Texas Governor Greg Abbott makes his first appearance here on the High Plains since the COVID-19 pandemic, and he says things are looking up.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. There is a lot for us to break down from this news conference on both a local and a statewide perspective. So let's start here at home with what the governor had to say about Amarillo and the Panhandle. KMR Local 4's Zach Martin joins us now live, topping our news at 6 as we bring you the facts, not fear, of this pandemic. Zach, today the governor says something to celebrate here is that we've turned the corner.
Yeah, Andy, Governor Abbott, he actually came out and immediately went to this graph. You guys can take a look showing the decreasing trend of COVID-19 numbers in our area. These are numbers from the state. This is important to note. It does not reflect the most recent numbers from the Amarillo Public Health Department. The governor pointed out that after the day where 5 deaths were reported, you can see that on that graphic right there. He says the fatality rate in the Amarillo area is very low. The governor also said the key to reopening Texas while continuing to keep the community safe is the use of surge response teams like the one used in our area to help test and prevent the spread of COVID-19. Governor Abbott explained that there are 3 areas where these response teams continue to find hotspots for the virus.
One is an increase in people testing positive in nursing homes. Another is an increase in those testing positive in meat packing plants. And a third is those testing positive in jails or prisons. Amarillo has gone through the challenge of facing all 3 of those hotspots overlapping.
Governor Abbott went on to say that while the downward trend is good to see, they expect to see one more spike in positive cases soon. This is because of the recent mass testing at the JBS meatpacking plant. Governor Abbott actually said he'd be surprised if there wasn't a spike in positive cases as a result of the testing at the plant. Live in Amarillo, Zach Martin, KAMR Local 4 News. Back to you guys.
Zach, we appreciate you. Governor Abbott says the results from the surge response team's work in the greater Amarillo area is, quote, outstanding. Continuing with our team coverage of the governor's visit.
KAMR Local 4's Wes Rapaport is in Austin as he looks at the resources used in the recovery and the progress in other parts of our state. He joins us now live from the Capitol. Wes?
Hi, Andy and Jackie. Yeah, of course, we know local, state, and federal authorities have been involved in the response and recovery for the Amarillo region. The governor, of course, had initially held the counties around Amarillo back from the next phase of economic and business reopening, but now says the Panhandle is back on track. Donning a mask for the first time publicly, Governor Greg Abbott updated Texans on Amarillo's readiness to reopen after facing outbreaks in nursing homes, meatpacking plants, and jails.
Amarillo has turned the corner.
Amarillo went from reporting 182 cases May 13th to 734 cases May 16th. Now 0 new cases twice this week.
You see an early spike in the number of people testing positive, and then you see a slow decline in those testing positive that demonstrates that the hotspot area has been contained.
A lot of people have put their hand to the plow in order to work on this situation.
In East Texas, meatpacking plants pose similar problems with outbreaks in facilities in Shelby and Titus counties.
The problem is not opening up too quickly. It's opening up and not abiding by the guidelines.
Titus County Judge Brian Lee says COVID-19 should be handled on a case-by-case basis.
On a per capita basis, I'm sure we're about to lead the pack in the state of Texas. And that's not something that we're proud of, but it is something that we are going to deal with without going into mass hysteria.
State leaders hope to replicate the response in Amarillo at other emerging hotspots.
Amarillo has been the place where we launched it first, and we've seen great success.
Now asked about the state's supply chain of personal protective equipment for frontline healthcare workers and first responders, the governor said the U.S. had actually outsourced some equipment and supply manufacturing prior to the pandemic. The country now bringing those operations back stateside so the nation wouldn't be as dependent on other countries for those supplies. Reporting live at the Texas Capitol, I'm Wes Rapaport, KAMR Local 4 News.
Wes, thank you.
Also today, Governor Abbott and the Texas Health and Human Services Commission announced $3.6 million in funding will be put toward technology for nursing facilities across our state. The funding will go to purchasing tablets, webcams, and headphones to connect residents with their loved ones during the pandemic. The state is encouraging facility providers to submit applications to HHSC to receive up to $3,000 in federal funding per facility for purchasing communication technology devices. You can watch Governor Abbott's Amarillo news conference in full on our website, myhighplains.com.